First of all, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you here in the city of London, where we are doing the inaugural book launch. I say the inaugural book launch because we're going to do 50 launches for Mohan across India and around the world. But we want to start from here for a number of reasons. Obviously, something unique about being here in this city and in this country and talk about India's moment. And I think that the book, as we will hear shortly from Mohan, reflects the larger imagination of India's future, but also why the next century will define India's role and its important responsibilities towards the larger impact of humanity. And I'm sure Mohan will talk more about it. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our distinguished chief guest this evening, the High Commissioner, Mr. Vikram Doraiswamy. Thank you very much, Mr. Doraiswamy, for accepting our invitation and also to be able to be here. I know the demands on your time is exceptional, and for you to have accepted this invitation at a relatively short notice speaks volumes about not only your commitment and dedication to these issues, but also your long years of friendship with Ambassador Mohan Kumar. So thank you so much. I also want to thank Lord Patel, who just a few hours ago we were together at the House of Lords when we launched an important report by QS, and I recognize the presence of Dr. Ashwin Fernandez here, who heads QS in India and in Middle East and North Africa. That report was a culmination of a summit that we had in Goa on Indian higher education, and Lord Patel, Amarjeet Singh, as well as Sabu, all of us came together along with several vice chancellors here in the UK to talk about the future of Indian higher education and the relationship that India and UK when it comes to universities hold. I also want to recognize the presence of the Vice Chancellor of University of Southampton. In fact, this event is a joint effort between University of Southampton, Professor Mark Smith, as well as the India Centre at the University of Southampton, Amarjeet Singh, as well as Professor Sabu head that India Centre. And it's also because of the fact that we've had a long-standing relationship with the University of Southampton. It's only appropriate that we do this event here in collaboration with one of our partners. I also want to recognize the presence of a number of university partners who are here. As some of you know, our university was founded 15 years ago, and I can't help but to say what a pleasure to see our alumni here, several of whom are students in various British universities. Many of them are working across different sectors in the city of London, and some of them have come from outside London, including from other cities in the UK. So thank you very much for joining us here. I'll keep it short, just to make an important introduction about the author. Professor Mohan Kumar, as all of you know, has been a very distinguished ambassador. He has had very important positions, including India's ambassador to France. He also obtained his doctorate from Sciences Po, somebody who has bridged the gap between theory and practice, who has traveled across the world of diplomacy, but also more recently as a world of academia. We are very fortunate at OP Jindal Global University to have been able to recruit Ambassador Professor Dr. Mohan Kumar as a Professor of Diplomatic Practice, Professor of the Jindal School of International Affairs, but also as the Dean of International Relations and Strategic Initiatives in my office at the Office of the Vice Chancellor. He also heads a very important center within the university called the Jindal Global Center for G20 Studies. Professor Mohan Kumar has been an author, a writer, a thinker, a public intellectual, and more importantly, an inspiring teacher. And we are very fortunate that we have with him at the Jindal School of International Affairs. I also want to congratulate Professor Kumar for publishing this book, but more importantly, to take out time to not only reflect on the aspects of why the next century will be India's, but also very specifically looking at certain areas in which Indian leadership, especially in diplomacy, in negotiations, in international relations, has not only become important for India, but also for the world at large. Our university, as some of you are aware, was founded in the year 2009 as a philanthropic initiative of our founding chancellor and benefactor, Mr. Naveen Jindal. I had the privilege to meet him in the year 2006, spent a year persuading him to do three things. One, to make a substantial financial commitment. Second, to do it in a not-for-profit manner. And third, to let me have the academic freedom and autonomy and independence to build a world-class university in India. And myself, a proud recipient of British higher education. I was a Rhodes Scholar here at Oxford, did my master's in law at Oxford and then at Harvard, practiced law in New York, and then spent the next decade writing a paper entitled Establishing India's First Global University, meeting Mr. Jindal, and that journey began in 2006. By late 2007, Mr. Jindal agreed to all of it and invited me to move to India. Early 2008, I moved to India, and 2008 onwards, we began the process of land acquisition, formulation of curriculum, course structure, program development, faculty recruitment plan, student admissions process, hiring of architects, construction engineers, contractors, and persuading the government of Haryana to pass a new law to set up the first private university in the state of Haryana. As late as 27th January 2009, the law was passed and the university was established, and soon after there was appointed the first vice chancellor of the university, and we began the process of recruitment of faculty, admission of students, and construction of campus. In a span of less than 6 months, we built over 100,000 square feet of built-up space, and we began the first journey of our university on 30th September 2009 with only 100 students, 10 full-time faculty members, 20 administrative staff, 4 classrooms, and housing for those 100 students. We never looked back since then. Year on year, we built a new school, a business school, a school of international affairs, a school of public policy, a school of liberal arts and humanities, a school of journalism and communication, a school of art and architecture, a school of banking and finance, a school of environment and sustainability, a school of psychology and counseling, a school of languages and literature, and the 12th school, the Jindal School of Public Health and Human Development. We moved from 100 students in 2009 to 11,000 students. Now we moved from 10 full-time faculty members to over 1,200 full-time faculty members. We moved from 20 administrative staff to nearly 1,000 plus admin staff. Today we are into the 15th year of our journey, and we have been declared as India's first-ranked private university for the last few years by QS, and I want to recognize QS's presence here in this function as well. But also, most importantly, we have been declared as an institution of eminence by the Government of India. Nearly 4 years ago, the Honorable Prime Minister of India made a major commitment towards higher education by unveiling a policy relating to institution of eminence, in which out of the 1,000 plus Indian universities, 10 public and 10 private were invited to potentially become IOEs. After a very elaborate process, 8 public universities and 4 private universities have been selected, and we are one among them. We are the only non-STEM, non-medicine university which has been declared as an institution of eminence by the Government of India. In closing, I want to say that this journey of 15 years has been possible because of the extraordinary commitment of our faculty members, such as Mohan Kumar, the extraordinary contributions of our students and alumni who are present here, but also, most importantly, the need for creating a new imagination for higher education in India. Our partners, our collaborators, our international focus, our ability to recruit faculty members from around the world, our ability to partner with institutions such as the ones who are present here, including today's event at the University of Southampton, all of this has enabled us to do what we are doing today. And today's book launch is also an example of what can be possible if we do things together. With those words, I want to once again congratulate my dear friend and colleague, Professor Mohan Kumar, for publishing this new book, but also to thank all of you for your very presence here. Especially, I want to thank our chief guest, High Commissioner Mr. Vikram Doraisamy, as well as our guest of honor, Lord Patel, for their presence and participation in this function. Thank you very much and enjoy the evening.